are decorating for Christmas this week. Whoa. We're thinking that this year we actually have a kid who would care about Christmas traditions. Up until this year, she's kind of been too young, but we think that this year she might get really excited about stockings and baking and all that kind of fun stuff. So we've been kind of thinking through what we want traditions to be, and we're definitely thinking that we want there to be a tradition around decorating. I know that this sounds silly to think through, but whenever you think about traditions for your family, I don't know, someone has to start them. So we just like the idea of starting some traditions. I guess you could say my Christmas style is classic with a pop of pink. I love the color pink, and thankfully my husband doesn't mind it. So we always add a lot of pink. What's in here? I love going through this every year because we add a small amount of decorations every year. So our collection is getting a little bit bigger. I'd like to take the slow approach, just one, financially that's easier, and two, it kind of allows me to get pieces that I really, really like and we get excited to see year over year, rather than just going and buying a ton of stuff each year, which we have never done. I'm seeing a lot of pieces here that I have collected from a month of being married, even less than that, to now, which we've just been married for over 5 years. So it's taken many years of thrifting and not thrifting to get our little collection that we have that we really like. And sewing, actually. We've made quite a few of our Christmas decor. Do you like all this stuff?
Yeah.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah.
Okay. As you just heard, my daughter had quite a few opinions about where things should go, and she was very excited seeing everything go up. I don't think she has any idea what Christmas is or what is going on, but she knows that something is different in the house, that there are more lights, that there are more decorations, and so she really likes those and really enjoyed putting them up. As for a Christmas tradition, the night that we got out our decorations and hung up a lot of stuff, we landed on baking gingerbread cookies as a family. I chose not to record that because it was really fun for us to just put on some cozy jammies and be together and not have the camera rolling, but she had a wonderful time, of course, eating a lot of cookies and watching a Christmas movie, and we just hung out and got all of our decorations up. When I am sourcing items for my home or for my closet, one thing I care about a ton is quality. I also care about affordability, and that is why I am so excited to introduce Quince as the sponsor of today's video. From organic cotton sweaters to linen bedding to Italian leather wallets, yes, these are all products that I have in love from Quince. Quince gathers high quality essentials for your home and your closet and your life all in one place. Quince works with top-tier manufacturers and cuts out the middleman in order to give you high-quality essentials at such an affordable price. Nearly everything with Quince is priced 50% less than you would find at similar brands. Quince is the #1 spot for high-quality essentials that are going to last in your home and closet for a very long time. I love my linen duvet cover from Quince. It fits my style perfectly. It feels so soft, and I can tell that we are going to love it for many, many years, which is exactly what I wanted. I also love my 100% organic cotton sweaters from Quince. I chose to get them both in cream so that I could use them for many, many years, style them with so many outfits, and I know that they will hold up to that because they are such high quality. Shopping with Quince is different from shopping with any other brand. You get such high quality pieces. They are always better than you think they're going to be, which is so rare. At affordable prices, there's free shipping and 365-day returns. I know that you guys will find something that you love on Quince, or many things if you're anything like me, so make sure to head to the link in my description or scan the QR code to shop with Quince. Thanks so much to Quince for sponsoring today's video. You guys already know that I am so obsessed with changing these frames out for each season. So I love these fall prints and I am sad to see them go. But I am now going to do my Christmas prints and bows. Are you ready for Christmas prints? Whoa, uh-oh, don't do that. One of the reasons that I love switching out prints in frames is it's like super easy to store the decorations because I just have this binder with sheet protectors and that's where I keep all of my prints so that I can use these ones next fall. I have some for 4th of July, for summer, my Christmas ones. As for where these prints are coming from, I get them printed just from a local shop or somewhere online. The actual files I usually buy on Etsy. I get some artwork from some digital artists on Etsy. Usually it's about $4 or $5 per file. Then I have them printed and I keep them and enjoy them for many years to come. These frames are actually from IKEA. So one of my few pieces that weren't thrifted. So you could actually go get them yourself and recreate this little wall thing that I have, this little gallery wall. I really love it. I have so much fun with it and I love that it's in a prominent area of our home so that we can always see it. So yeah. This is just such an inexpensive way to make my home feel so festive. Like I said, for pretty much every single season. Last year, I got some pre-tied red bows just from Target and they held up really, really well. And they inspired me to do bows for every holiday. And like I said, I want to start adding more and more prints to my collection because I love this little gallery wall so much. And also I want to keep adding more bows. The next area to do was underneath our Samsung Frame TV. So I had already swapped out the art for winter. And now I am just putting out our favorite Christmas carousel and a little tree just to make this area feel a little bit more festive.
Okay, let's put it in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and sheep. Yeah.
Okay, mommy.
Should we hang this up?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that this is where our stockings will end up going this year, but I still have to make those. I really hope I can get that done. Are you being silly?
Hey. Hey.
I got this peg rail thing from IKEA in order to hang sentimental ornaments in a really safe place. To be honest, our toddler probably wouldn't bother ornaments on a tree. It probably wouldn't be a problem. But I really liked the simple bows on the tree last year anyways. And I feel like next year we'll have a toddler that'll bother them. So I just thought it could be fun to have. And they had it available at IKEA this year. And so we got it. My goal is to make this wall behind me like really cute but random, but I'm not very good at decorating like that, so it could end up just looking really bad. This might also be the wrong ribbon for this. I feel like I'm so bad at stuff like this. it's not like we're putting valuable heirloom pieces on it, so who cares? Ha ha ha. I can't see a world where this looks like anything but junk on this wall. So I feel like I have to switch it up. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this, but I just feel like this is not going to be the vibe that I had hoped for. Trying to decide if it'll look silly on here, which we would have to give up our easy access to our broom, which could be rather difficult because, as you can imagine, that's a daily thing. But I feel like maybe. These stars are from IKEA. They're technically like a lampshade, but they were pretty cheap. They were only like $7 a piece. And I got enough to hang in our windows. It feels kind of off-brand to get something from IKEA for Christmas because I want to be someone that says I collect like only heirloom pieces and stuff. But to be honest with you, I think these are really cute. They'll store really easy. I like them a lot. So I went ahead and got them. Oh, thank you. We actually need the other piece because we're going to hang them. Even though there definitely was some part of it that was a little bit overwhelming to have the amount of help that we had, it was also so fun to, for the very first time, have a child who really cared and was interested in everything going up.
Say 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
You guys might remember that this is my tree skirt that I made last year. It was so hard to make, and it got to the point where I hardly enjoyed it last Christmas because of how hard it was to make. But this year I was really proud to pull it out and see it again. And so I'm just here to report that even though sometimes stuff is hard to do, it might not feel worth it. It might end up being worth it, and you might feel that way the following year, which is how I felt about my tree skirt. I couldn't stand the thought of potentially not having stockings, especially with a new baby on the way and due near Christmas. I just had to have stockings that coordinated for all 4 of us. So I just decided to get started on those right away, and maybe there was some housework that was neglected in order to get these done, but I am ultimately really, really glad that I chose to make them. I chose to do 4 coordinating stockings rather than doing a matching. If we are blessed with more children in our family, I want them to feel very included even if I run out of the exact fabrics that were used. So I knew that I wanted all 4 of us to have a stocking that was quilted in some way, because that does feel like something that is very easy to carry on to more children. Or I am currently dreaming of my children asking me to make their children's stockings one day so that they can all match. Maybe that's way too far in the future, but I do think that that is a very cute thought. So what I did here was I chose to use 2 different sewing patterns. One is from Rooney Sewing Patterns, and that one is just a really basic stocking pattern with a cuff. And the other is from Frux Studio, and their stocking pattern includes a quilt block in it. So what I decided to do was take the one from Rooney and patchwork the base of the stocking for my husband and the cuff of the stocking for my daughter. And that is what you are seeing here. I am getting all of the little quilting squares cut out and pressed so that I can do that for the base of my husband's stocking and my daughter's cuff. And now I am cutting out my other daughter's and my base stockings from the Frux Studio pattern. If I am being totally honest, this was quite a lot of work. It was definitely ambitious to have a quilted stocking. Would have been way easier if I would have just chose 4 coordinating fabrics and committed to finding coordinating fabrics for future children, but they turned out so cute. So I am happy with how I did it. It does kind of go back to the logic that I had set out to do last year, which was add heirloom pieces each and every year to our Christmas collection. We are pretty newly married. We've only been married for 5 years. So we don't like to collect goods super quickly. 1, because of finances, and 2, because I want to get things that I know I'll love for a long time. I kind of mentioned this earlier in this video. So my goal with Christmas is just to add things that I love every single year, very, very slowly. Last year, like I said, it was my Christmas tree skirt that I made. And I knew even from last year that this year I wanted to add stockings for the whole family. And so even though this took a long time and will likely be the only piece of decor that I add this year that is handmade and truly heirloom, I know that we will love them for so many years to come, and we will be able to have them forever and start so many fun traditions around stuffing each other's stockings and all of that fun stuff. So I am ultimately really, really happy with how they turned out and the amount of time that I spent on them. They definitely already feel very special to me and my husband, and I hope one day my daughters will love them as well. If you follow closely, you might know that I also have an embroidery machine that I do like to bust out from time to time. And so I did decide to personalize our stockings. It just feels obvious to personalize your stockings if you have an embroidery machine. So what I did was, my husband's cuff was plain, so I sewed his name right onto the cuff. As for the girls, there was a little bit less sensical of a spot with our stocking designs to sew our names on the cuffs or directly on the stocking. So I ordered velvet ribbon, tied them into really pretty bows, if I do say so myself, and put our names on the bows, and then I pinned those to the stocking. If you wanted to take up hand embroidery, this would be a really easy and inexpensive way to personalize some really basic stockings, and probably would be a really fun project to do for your family. This morning, my goal is to get the 2 Frux Studio stockings quilted portion done. I'm not a quilter, so we'll see how that goes. And then from there, I can just assemble all of the stockings just like they go together. And I think that part will be really, really easy, or at least I'm hoping it will be. After I had set out on this goal to finish the quilt blocks in one morning, I realized that that was rather ambitious, and I also once again gained a new respect for quilters. I had this same newfound respect last year whenever I did my tree skirt. I just don't have the same level of patience that quilters have, but I did end up getting these quilt blocks for the stocking done that morning. It just took a lot longer than I had thought. I want to talk about something that it took me a long time to realize I could do, and so I want to share that with you guys, and that is sewing with my toddler. So it actually took me observing one of my friends sew with her toddler to be like, wait a minute, I bet I could do that. And so if you have a toddler and want to take up sewing, it might be easier than you think to sew with them around. I used to think that it had to be nap time in order for me to sew. And while there are definitely interruptions with getting snacks and turning on music and all that kind of fun stuff, I do find it very, very worth it and fun to sew with my daughter around. I have no idea how that will go with a second, but as for me and my just over 2-year-old, I do find that it works really, really well. And I just say that to encourage you, if you are in a season where you don't know if you can try something like that, it might go better than you think. As always, thank you so much for joining me here on Our Sweet Sunny Days. I hope this video both encourages you in your homemaking and also gets you really excited to celebrate the Christmas season. I know that it's not about decorations, but at least for me, it gets me so excited for the real reason that we celebrate Christmas and just spending so much time with family. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys here next week.